Gonna take this. Was this the dance that Ross did?
Well, Jaren Holling can be doing that dance because he just went over the damn line of scrimmage and threw the ball.
Maybe he should be dancing his ass back to Utah, huh?
Ain't great. Kevin O'Connell's like, just get this game over. Just put it down to 0. Let's go.
10 games. It's a 10-game preseason losing streak. Blowing it to the horseshit Cardinals.
Don't care. Richard, at least Hall is better than Mond. Yeah, Mond is unemployed right now.
Not for long.
I bet he will be.
I'm sure a team's going to pick him up. It's like a team's going to grab Theo Jackson.
Boy, I don't know. I'll take whatever he wants to bet on that one.
I think that Richard might be Richard Marx, the famous musician.
What was that song he sang?
Right Here Waiting. Hazard.
Huh? Right here waiting for you. Yeah.
What'd they say? Oh, they are going to say he was past the line.
They said exactly what they should be saying. Let's see. We got 18-17 after Greg Joseph disastrous missed field goal.
Yeah, I think
4 left. I think we're going to see a couple kneels.
Davey Chains would have been closer on that one. That was bad.
I like to think Davey Chains has one hell of a leg on him.
Yeah, he uses his dick to kick field goals.
Some of these guys are just, we'll never see again in purple as they trot off.
Let's watch him. Let's watch him go.
Good effort, though. Good effort.
You know what? They've been working hard all summer long. Some of them just didn't work hard enough.
Yeah, that's true. It's very deep. Very deep. Kevin Kyle actually looks a little upset right now. I don't blame him. It was pretty ugly second half.
Like a 17-3 lead, didn't they? They blew it.
David Blau's like, as he takes this thing, you should have never got rid of me.
I don't think they did. I think he was signed off the practice squad.
Well, they could have brought him to the active roster.
You got room for no David Blau on this 53? Come on, man.
All right, that's going to be ball game. We'll wait a little bit. Come on. Michael Carter's back. He says, I got your leg. Brad Anderson. Always good to see Bradley.
Hell yeah. Brad, the gift giver. The old giver of gifts, Brad Anderson.
Brinaldi, absolutely. Our preseason games are a little tough, but you know what? This is where championships are made.
Yeah, I mean, we got to talk about who wasn't wearing pads today and who was wearing pads, and
that's perverted. That's gross.
Good.
I don't like the way you say that.
Yeah, because you have a dirty mind and a filthy mouth.
Matamidai, who made a case today for a spot, says Richard. Oh, we'll be talking about that. We'll bring you guys on, studs and turds.
I think most think he's not to be even on the practice squad today. That's what happened.
Head guy rocks is Smith Marset isn't blowing up again. He just blows.
Oh, he's actually having a good preseason.
Everybody has a good preseason.
Not our receivers.
If you're having a good preseason, that means you're playing too much, and you shouldn't be playing that much.
You can't deny that he's having a good preseason. He's having a good preseason.
It's great. I look forward to him being on 15 teams before his career's over. Dill! Old Dill Pickle in the house. Good to see you.
Dill Gherkins. What's up, Dill? Oh, man. Damn Vikings.
Last time we see TJ Hawkinson in purple. Jason, what the hell is wrong with you?
I don't know what he's getting at there. Sounds like he's grasping at straws.
I don't know. I know for my underdog, did real bad. I don't know if I got a single one right.
I didn't look.
I guess I went basically off of what he said.
No, you didn't. You had some answers in before anybody else could even chime in.
Third of the week, BK says BK, you owe me a shotgun of Manwich because he's making the team there.
Yep. We need it recorded.
We're doing it live.
Think he will come on live and do it?
He owes me a shotgun of Manwich.
Yeah, he didn't even play. He didn't even suit up today.
They know what that means.
We lose that game.
Mafia in the house.
I don't think we need to actually analyze the game, do we?
Deep Prather. I thought that said Panther. How do we lose that game, though? That's a good question. I mean, we don't give a shit if we win or lose, but that was a real second half.
Yeah, we kept a rookie quarterback in. They went to a veteran. They also had Corey Clement run the ball against our four strings. So those are two major things that I think went wrong. And Jaren Hall really just had a horse shit second half.
Head guy rocks. Did you put a pickle on top of that sloppy Joe of yours?
Mustard on top, on the outside of the bun?
I don't know. It's Michael Carter thinks we need to fire Brian Flores after that.
What?
All right, let's do this. Let's talk some frickin' Vikings, huh? Vikings lose 18-17, are now 0-6 with Kevin O'Connell.
Well, they're 0-10 I think the last 10 in a row now.
I'm just talking Kevin O'Connell regime here.
Yeah, it'd be 0-6 then. 0-6. Jaren Hall, he had 178, so he must have maybe hit your underdog bet.
Oh yeah, all right. I think that's the only one. Anyone else?
McBride hit 37. That was his line. What was it over though, or higher? I think that'd be higher.
If anybody else did underdog and won anything, please let us know in the comments and be sure to go sign up and put SKOL as the promo code. All right, let's do this. Let's talk about first the guys who any surprises on guys that didn't play. Brandon Powell didn't play. That means he's out in the squad, folks.
Yeah, I think that was surprising. I was a little surprised that Jonathan Bullard didn't have pads on. I mean, it wasn't like he's been leagues ahead of anybody else who's competing for that position. Did Asesi Atomayo have pads on? Because I don't remember seeing him on the field, but I don't remember seeing him on the sidelines either. Or has he already been cut? We just don't know about it.
Same boat. I don't have no idea. If somebody knows, please let us know. But with Bullard, it's like they know what they have in Bullard, so either way, if he plays or not, I mean, I would assume that means he's probably on the team, but even I don't make it a lot because he didn't play. It's Jonathan Bullard. It's a vet.
Yeah, and Powell didn't play, but Reagor only played what? You played the full first half?
He played a lot. Jalen Reagor played a lot, which I don't think bodes well for old Jalen. I think if he makes it, he's the last one. Like Brandon Powell making it means he's a punt returner. Jalen Reagor, that'll be one of the ones to watch for sure.
Yeah, he'll be one of the Dingleberry players just hanging on there till holding his breath until all the cuts.
Can I just say, I saw Chris Boyd Gray Z loves Chris Boyd. Chris Boyd celebrating Greg Joseph's missed kick like he just won the Super Bowl when he's out there in the fourth quarter of a preseason game on special teams. Come on, Chris. Let's tone her down a little bit, buddy.
Chris Boyd is going to have a great second career as a color man.
Is he even going to make the Cardinals? I mean,
I don't know. I mean, he's a hell of a special.
He was active. I mean, maybe that felt just so good to beat the Vikings at home after being gone. I don't know. I thought that was weird. I didn't like it.
Yeah, it was
Matt
weird.
Jelly Monsters. Chris Boyd's a loser.
Yes, well, that's a different Chris Boyd. I don't know who that is.
Must be his neighbor.
Ty Chandler didn't play at all, so he definitely secured running back 2. If there was any question there, I don't think there was. O-line. Anybody from the O-line?
I don't think the offensive line played today.
Well, I mean, Blake Brandel. I mean, I thought maybe we'd see a little bit of him. He didn't even suit up, so a little bit surprised.
Oli Udoh did.
Safe. Oli Udoh did, and again, I don't know. I guess he was.
Oli Udoh, it's pretty. I don't know what to. I'm very surprised he played. I mean, considering the other guys that didn't play, and then Oli Udoh was out there. Was Valerian Lowe out there?
Yeah, I don't know. I think to me a lot of the pressure came up the middle. Jackson Eder had some real bad plays. Alan Ali continues to struggle. Sokol, I think,
the whole offensive line was bad.
It was horrible.
But Oli Udoh being out there, I mean, I would think he's a lock to make it. Just because lack of resources, but maybe he's not.
Well, I think he's the guy who could initially make it, and then you make a deal or you find somebody else, and then he's cut. That's what I think he's going to be.
Yeah, I mean, so offensive line, not surprisingly, just based off, we know our depth is crap, but that was pretty tough to watch. Dwayne McBride, 8 for 37, averaged 4.6 in a score. I wouldn't say he looked like fantastic by any means, but he at least looked okay and was moving the chains. So I'm glad to see that.
I think between him, Dykes, and Smith, I thought he leveled the playing field there. He's not looking like he's scared anymore. I feel like he's finally settled in. Maybe he's got control of those nerves. He looked better. He looked on par with those other two backs.
He did, but if I was making the call, I would keep Smith and Dykes over him, even on the practice squad right now, which kind of sucks.
Yeah, I mean, you think the 7th round pick might be enough to save him and make him the choice for those guys because they invested a draft pick in him. Is it fair? No, but it's the truth, and that's what teams will do.
They don't want to look like they're wrong. Make sure to stick around. We're going to bring you guys on stud and turd of the game. We want to hear from you, but let's keep going through offensively. Offensively, Blake Prohl, leading receiver, 5 for 45. Thayer Thomas muffs that punt. And then I don't think he saw the field again, which is a big old punch to the crotch because we love Thayer Thomas.
We love Thayer Thomas, his second muff punt. And I mean, why was he even trying to field that thing? It was inside the 5, but he said, screw it. I'm going to catch it. Should have got it out of the way. And luckily that one wasn't a turnover. But my God, Thayer Thomas, 2-1 preseason. Not a good look for you. And then that was it. He was pretty much out of the game. I think he got a spanking in the blue tent from Matt Daniels. Very aggressive.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Fair-assed spanking.
Well, that's the only way to go. Let's talk Jaren Hall. Played the whole game. We did not see Jordan Ta'amu at all. 17 for 28, touchdown, interception. Like Lepicus and I were saying before we hopped. I mean, he looked pretty good first half. Second half, he just kind of stepped on his Peter a little bit. Didn't look great. Overthrows, interception.
A couple plays too where he's like running in it when I don't know if he's really letting time develop, but again, he's probably gun shy after playing with such a bad line for 2 games. Once he senses pressure, he just starts to take off. But yeah, bad decisions. The interception was bad. Some other really bad throws. That last throw that Copeland was a little bit off target as well. But there was some good mixed in with the bad. But overall, I think if you're looking for a reason, why did the Cardinals get back in this game? Because we kept going with Jaren Hall, and he really struggled the second half.
Richard, can we get confirmation here? Like, you're drunk? I'm confused.
Mm-hmm.
I hope Richard's drunk. It's only 3:11 on a Saturday. I hope he's absolutely wasted. But Jaren Hall looked like a rookie. I mean, I think it's right now when you look at some of these guys, a lot of the 53-man projections, like ESPN, SI, those guys. I mean, they have Hall making the roster. I think it's a coin flip right now, whether he makes the 53 or not. He hasn't looked great, but I haven't seen anybody not have him make the 53 except for us.
I see no reason to keep him. Well, I mean, you can get him on the practice squad. No one's going to come in and swoop Jaren Hall from you if he's out there on waivers. I think he needs to be on the practice squad. I don't see a reason to keep him there. So I would be shocked. I mean, to me, that would be a shocking move and a shocking make if he makes it. I think you can send that spot somewhere else, and hopefully it's a defensive player, maybe a receiver, or keeping Nick Muse around.
Muski, Lepicus is going to be so sad when we cut Muse because there's no way in hell we're keeping 4 tight ends and a fullback, and the fact that he even played today. But offensively, other than that, I don't know. It's pretty not fantastic. But again, it's the 3rd game of the preseason. Can't expect much. Let's talk Greg Joseph.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. I mean, he's the one guy, one scenario that you just got to, win the game. It was a disgusting kick. And before in the pregame, all I said was, I just want Greg Joseph to come in and just not do anything bad. And he lost the game. Everybody says, he missed an extra point. He's never lost a game last year. He lost this game. He lost this game.
It wasn't even close. It was like wide by 20 yards to the right. It was one of the grossest kicks I've ever seen in my life. He didn't even make it close. And it was a 54-yarder, which Greg's usually pretty much money there in the situation where the game's on the line last year. Greg Joseph hits those kicks 90% of the time. 100% of the time. I don't think
it would have just been so nice for him to see it go through the uprights. And BK, if Muse, if we cut him, and I think we are, I wouldn't be surprised one damn bit if somebody snapped him up, and it's not like it's going to hurt us at all.
I think you keep Muski.
I don't think it's worth the other spot. Do you think we'll get the Hawkinson deal figured out soon, or will it be something that lingers all season? I think if it's not done, that he's not going to play. He seems very stubborn with his earache, his backache.
Now it's his left glute.
Another butthole. Who knows?
Yeah, it would be horrible having 2 buttholes. I can imagine what that would be like.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be the next one.
Yeah, so we'll see. I don't know. It sounds like they're far apart. So if something happens before that, it'd be a massive shift in where these negotiations are going.
Let's talk Mr. Booth. Andrew Booth playing a lot, and again, not great.
He played I don't know if he was out there the second half at all. That was the Colden Jalen Williams show.
Yeah,
he played Barnes.
I think he played pretty much the first half though.
Yeah, and again, he got toasted by. Was that him on that gross one that was lobbed up?
Yeah. No, that was Colden. The first half, somebody made a catch over. I don't know. He was laughing on the sidelines. The second half, they showed him. Maybe he already knows he's making the team. A second-round player getting cut 1 year after being drafted in round 2 would be pretty crazy. But at this point, it's like I don't think anybody would complain.
You think anybody would trade for him?
No.
You give us a shitty old lineman, we give you Andrew Booth Jr.
How shitty are we talking here?
Well, I mean, it could be pretty shitty and still be an improvement for our depth.
Oh, I agree. Muse. If it was me, I would keep Muse over Munt. And I love me some Munt, but Munt didn't suit up today. Munt's making the team. It's just if we didn't have a fullback, it makes sense to keep 4 tight ends, but that's a lot of shit right there.
It's a lot of tight ends, but Muse is probably one of the 53 best players on this team. So if you're going to keep that and want to keep the best players, you keep Nick Muse.
Muse. I like Muse. I like him a lot. Let's like Luigi Villain because that man ripped shit up. I know he had a sack taken back on a penalty, but he was back there hot and heavy. He better make this 53. He better.
Yeah, I mean, if there's a positive here, some of the guys who played on defense today, Luigi Villain was one. I thought Jay Ward also had a beautiful game today.
Oh, hell yeah.
The big hits, strip sack there that I think Troy Reeder sat on. The Vikings ended up scoring on that one. Dwayne McBride touchdown, I believe, was that one. Jay Ward making plays all day long today, looking like a 4th-round pick out there.
Yeah, no, that was wonderful to see. Wilson Huber, it seemed like the second half he was in on every single play. Hubskis. Andre Carter, didn't see a ton of him. I expected him to play like the whole game, and I didn't remember seeing him until like the 3rd or 4th quarter. So that was a little surprising.
Yeah, the fact that he didn't get out there till late and barely got much of a sniff. Not a great chance for him. He's definitely not making the roster, but I think he'll be practice squad. I can't see anybody coming in really trying to snipe him either. The way he's looked this preseason, looks like he's got a long ass way to go. CJ Colden, if anybody's looking for a turd, he could be your guy right there. A couple of very bad plays. I mean, the one that was like thrown up, it was like a punt. How the hell?
I'm just saying, like to take CJ Colden, probably one of the last guys on this roster to make him the turd is just.
He had a shitty game.
No, I know he did, but that's that's just too easy.
He had a shitty game, the penalty, and then the bad coverage on the one. Yeah, he knocked away the 2-point conversion, but it was all a moot point when Greg Joseph missed the field goal. So CJ Colden, rough. Kalen Barnes, another player who, he's fast, but he's just not very good.
Yeah, Jalen Roy, we saw a lot of him out there today. Theo Jackson had 1 tackle. Good job, Theo. Ross Blacklock, the play of the day. Yeah. He makes a sack and he does this shit for about half an hour.
Yeah, he's so happy.
Blacklock, woo!
He might still be doing it. He might still be out there dancing away. Shit.
Make that funny team, Ross Blacklock. Let's go.
Well, I mean, who is going to make the team from this D-line? That's going to be very curious to see what they end up doing there. TJ Smith was active today, and then Sheldon, they had some plays earlier, so it'll be interesting to see who they hang on to.
All comes down to numbers. I think they end up keeping 6 defensive line. We already know who the top 3 are. We know Roy is making it. Chances are Bullard's making it, so it's going to come down to that last one. It's going to be
curious. I mean, what happened to Tay Gowan? This guy who was kind of a talk of camp there for a while. Once the preseason game started, he kind of just was a mere. He withered away like cold water on your penis.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he's making the team. Juwan Williams, I don't think suited up today, so I'm glad to see that. I would definitely want him on this team. But
if you're looking for a bottom feeder corner who's risen above, maybe become 7 or 8, I think Jalen Williams is that guy. I mean, I'd take him ahead of Barnes. I'd take him ahead of Gowan at this point, and definitely ahead of CJ Colden.
Yeah, but 90% of the secondary DBs that played today will not see the 53. Oh, that's true. I mean, it doesn't even matter. And the best part is none of our starting defense was out there. We're obviously our defense this year is going to be heavily depending on what our front 7 do, because if they're not getting to the quarterback, we are going to be in trouble. But Byron Murphy, I can't wait to see him out there. I'm so damn excited. So excited to see Byron Murphy.
Yeah, absolutely. He's going to be fantastic. Let's not forget that. I mean, we were playing 3rd and 4th stringers the majority of this game.
Luigi Villain better be on this 53. Yeah. He better be on this 53.
I do think we need to give Jamison Houston some credit. He had a tackle today, and he was literally just signed yesterday. The guy got here, put on some pads, and had a tackle. So well done, Jamison.
Stud of the game.
Jamison.
I want to know who's going to be our starting inside linebackers week 1. Is Ivan Pace actually going to take over old Bry guy? Is it going to be him and Hicks? I mean, I cannot wait.
Well, let's not. I mean, we're all acting like Asamoah's got like all this experience. He's played what 2-3 games in his career. Didn't play any of this preseason, so he is definitely very inexperienced. So it looked like they're going to do a rotation. In the last practice against the Cardinals we saw, it was Hicks, Pace, Hicks, Asamoah. It was Pace, Asamoah. I think it's going to be this 3-man different looks, and I like that. I think that's the way we should go. Oh, Gerbubba's doing the Rossi dance right now.
That's the Rossi. He is. I don't blame him one day. I bet he's got a Macho Man Randy Savage shirt on too, and not even just a shirt.
Yeah,
Macho Man tank. Jacob Tobin, how good was Pace today? He didn't have to play. That's how good he was.
Didn't need to play.
You take the third game off. I don't care if you're undrafted. You got this on the squad, baby.
You're done. We've seen enough. You rest. And I mean, hey, honestly, and I know we love Najee Thompson, we love Flash, but special teams coverage without him out there, a little bit of a sore spot today.
A little bit of a sore spot. It's like Lepicus's privates. Najee. Tuesday can't come soon enough because when he makes this team, it's gonna be a great day.
You get a flash lightning bolt in your left butt cheek tattoo.
It's gonna be a great day on the One Bar and Lepicus show. We might do an episode just dedicated to Najee. Hell yeah.
One Bar and Lepicus and Najee show.
What do you think? Should we do studs and turds or what?
Yeah, I mean it's a third preseason game. It was, a lot of backups, not a ton of talk about in this one, especially that second half was a little bit of a snooze fest. So yeah, we might as well bring people on and we might as well do a little studs and turds today.
I think the biggest thing to take away from this game is who played and who didn't.
Yeah.
I know there's some players. I mean, like the Ross Blacklocks. DJ Wanham. I see that he had did he play? I see he had an assist and a tackle.
He was out there.
So, I mean, it's just guys that played and didn't play are the biggest takeaways. It was great to see Jaren Hall get a full game out there. Love it or hate it. It was nice to see. I'm glad he got that because who knows what's going to go on. Tristan Jackson had that great catch on the sidelines, was out of bounds, didn't count. But I think Tristan Jackson played pretty well. That last wide receiver spot is going to have me up at night sweating. Who's getting it?
Yeah, you only got a couple nights of lack of sleep there because he's got there coming soon. I don't see the DJ Wanham stat, but
I do. All right, here we go. You guys want to come on? Let's see your studs and turds. Make it quick. Make it snappy. Lepicus says that if you get hung up on it, it's because Lepicus has the controls today. So if you're
have the controls.
I know I do. I'm just trying to make you be the bad guy. Come on, give us your controlling this thing. Turd.
Who is controlling this thing?
Hey, this year, we're going to put the poll out there, and you guys are going to vote on the stud, and we're going to physically mail the player a One Bar and Lepicus Stud of the Week trophy. I mean, that's actually going to happen.
Is that real gold?
Yeah, damn right it is.
Wow.
Real gold.
Wow.
Stud and turds, get your butts on here. MSR says my turd's in the potty. I guess he's 3.
It's in the potty. Mommy gave me cookie after. My cousin, when he was little, his shit was so
giving
big.
Me shit about the Wanham stat. I'm just looking on NFL.com. I wouldn't have imagined he played, but
I didn't see him out there.
All right, hold on. We got Davey.
Yeah.
Oh man. Why did I finishing? I went to go visit my mother and I borrowed the phone from the kid who was visiting his grandmother. I'm sorry I even bothered watching the game.
Never apologize.
I'm not surprised about Greg Joseph. That's it. Keep beating a dead horse. If we had to put these guys on the field for the regular season, Ryan Wright would be our MVP for the season.
Who's your stud, man? You got some stud.
Well, okay. You want to talk about studs? I don't think it's worth giving out a stud because you know what? That would be like putting a dress on a pig right now with these guys. You know?
Not bad.
And turds, don't even dignify that. Don't even dignify giving them a turd. Don't even acknowledge those guys' existence. But I think Jaren Hall is worth keeping on the roster. He played behind garbage all preseason. He did the best he could. Got to give him a chance. He shows potential. You can't expect miracles for this guy overnight, especially playing behind that garbage. So that's all I got, guys.
That was good.
I got a headache now. I'm going to go take a couple of Tylenol and call it a night.
All right.
Sounds good, Davey. Oh, Davey. I know it was him when I heard the echo.
Rap Man, what's up, buddy?
Rap.
What's up, fellas?
Ivan, you might be bigger fans of Ivan Pace than we are.
Yeah, man. Ivan Pace, my God, that's definitely the stud. You know what I mean? Because he didn't even have to play. He didn't have to play.
Hell yeah.
No, but in reality, though, I was surprised of Jalen Williams. Like, honestly, like I think, you know, there's going to be a tough decision to make with that kid, man. That kid was out there flying around, him and Jay Ward. But you know, Jalen Williams, man, he definitely did his thing today. So that's definitely my stud. Now my turd. There's a bunch of the whole offensive line, the whole backup of offensive line, man. I've seen multiple plays where you don't even touch anybody. Like the ball hikes and you don't even touch anybody. I don't get that. Like I'll never get that, man. You know, we definitely. So I was doing a stream and we were talking about how, you know, the Vikings might have the worst depth in the NFL. Like seriously, we can't afford an injury in certain positions, man. So yeah, man.
Hell yeah!
Hey, if you're Kwesi, Andrew Booth making this team?
No. but I you know what though? You know what? Well, I think he's gonna obviously because he's a draft pick, and I think Kwesi takes pride in that. But in reality, I don't think he should though. Like I mean, honestly, like I think I think Williams is a better player than Booth. Honestly, like I do.
Absolutely,
you're right. You're not wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. Rap Man, good to see you, buddy.
Hey, man, appreciate y'all fellas. Keep doing your thing, man. Love the show.
Take care, man. Get your butts over. Give Purple Pocket Podcast a sub. Do it right now. Do it.
Hell yeah.
So good. Skull TYA looking just pissed.
These are college football to watch.
Yes, I'm watching my Irish right now. My turd is my fucking internet company.
No.
You didn't see it, did you?
Nope.
Man, you didn't miss a hell of a lot.
I just see that Greg Joseph missed a 54-yard field goal. People are freaking out.
It wasn't
54 yards field. It's 54 yard field goal, guys. Well,
he missed it 54 yards to the right. It was super gross.
It's 54 yards. You guys, I don't think you guys realize by watching that on TV how far it really is.
I know.
I know. But there's only one kicker in the NFL that is great, and that's Justin Tucker. All other NFL kickers are the same.
I've never seen a ref do this quicker than he did today.
Well, I know they all. I mean, I think we have bigger issues than Greg Joseph.
No, but it was just disappointing.
Absolutely, we do.
But
absolutely.
I don't know. I heard Hall played the whole game. I hope he looks good. I heard he was running for his life.
He's all right.
Did any offensive lineman look good? Did Ali do anything?
And he looks like shit.
You look like Greg Joseph.
Well, like I said, maybe my bold prediction will come through. They'll do 6 cuts and they'll bring a full.
I think we're going to need that for the depth. Blake Brandel didn't suit up though, so he's safe. He's safe.
If our depth is shit.
It's just Blake Brandel.
Blake Brandel, Oludo, baby.
Oh, God. Please don't get hurt starting off the Ingram, do not get hurt. You're not the best, but you're better than what's back there.
League's better than what's out there today.
My stud is one bar Lupicus and all the Vikings YouTubers. This is a great community. I love it.
Doing the Rossi.
Hey, let's get ready for the season, man.
Hell yeah, it's time. It's time.
The crappy preseason's over. Let's go, man.
Starting. Good to see you, Skull. T-Y-A.
Go Irish.
Theo Jackson, 1 tackle. He
had one. It was awesome.
I didn't get to watch a whole lot of the game. I was watching the first half.
Are you on a space shuttle?
A couple neighborhood kids came knocking at the door to get their bicycle fixed, so I took care of that.
T-Bass.
Are you the bicycle man in the neighborhood?
No, these kids come over when they like it because I let them fix it. I give them my tell them what to do, and they fix it.
Nice.
They like it. So I watched the first couple drives. I think I watched it till it was about 14-3. Then I got called into work too. That's where I'm at now.
Shit.
So I guess studs. I don't know. I guess all you can ask for is Jalen Hall seemed to steadily improve all 3 games, and that's all you can ask for. And I can say that for McBride too. He looked terrible in the first game, and just you see steadily improvement. Roy also, so I think we'll be okay with this draft, but the 2022 draft, that's just crap. I mean, the only plays you see guys making out there is shitty plays.
Absolutely.
And so your question on Booth for me is, it all comes down to the ego of Quasi.
Yeah.
If he has the ego saying, "Hey, I moved up to get this guy, I'm not going to give up on him," or just he's horseshit. Gone. He's taking up a roster spot that somebody else, like a Luigi or Flash or somebody could take in, that we're not going to give up. And I'm sorry to say that coming down for me with Scene. Also, is he just taking up a spot because of the ego, and it's going to be another Irv Smith? Wait till next year. So, from what I seen in the first half, they looked like they were playing really well. I didn't see any penalties on offense, which was good on the first couple of drives, and all looked pretty good to the times when I seen them play. So I would have to say the studs are Hall, McBride, and Roy, just for steadily improving each game. And that's all you can ask for from a rookie. The one thing that scares me is did not see any starters play even a second all 3 preseason games. So we're going into the regular season. I don't really know what to expect.
Hey, Ed Ingram.
Ed Ingram was the one I was thinking of too.
Sleep well tonight.
Yeah, but he's part of that 22 draft class. So
he might be the shining spot.
Good to see you, buddy.
Get your butt out. Thanks for keeping the outer space safe.
All right, Ivan Pace's biggest fan, who is just randomly taking a nap.
Hell,
I'm tired.
You like in Vegas?
You're gonna be tired after you slam that manwich. I know that.
No.
He's making the team. He didn't even play today.
First of all, I have to say I always knew T-Bass liked kids. Very obvious one. He didn't need to mention it. I knew that one. I'll start out with my stud today. I think I'm going to go with Roy. Obviously, we haven't seen a ton of him, but I mean, when he was in the game, he looked like he was frequently in the backfield. I do think he had one pressure on the quarterback. Could be wrong on that, but he looked good. Yeah, he looked pretty decent to me today. I think he could factor in a lot this season. And then give a little mention to Villain as well. Yeah. I think he should make the team. I don't know if he should be a starter or even be playing earlier in the season, but I think you work him up through practice, and I think he's one of those late season blitz guys that you don't, most of the fans don't know about, and he comes in, makes a huge play, and all of a sudden everybody loves him. But those are the two guys I'd like to shout out. And then I don't even have to give the turd out. We know who that is.
Who is it?
No. It doesn't count. He didn't play.
Just wait. We'll be fighting for the playoffs in week 17, and Pace will give up a 30-yard touchdown because he can't.
Oh, so that means he's making the team?
Sounds like it is.
He probably will.
What? You say a little bit louder?
But when he is terrible, I don't want to hear nothing from a single one of you guys.
You know what? We'll just say, he's an undrafted free agent. He's just getting his
feet wet.
What happens? What? I can't. He lost connection.
What the hell?
All right, Matamidai.
Yeah. Where is he?
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
You at school?
Good. I just got done with. I didn't get to watch much of the game. I did what I wanted my.
Oh, great. Frozen.
My freaking NFL Plus had a restriction on this preseason game, so I listened to some of it. I didn't get to see any of it.
Well, tell us what you heard.
Yeah. That being said, my stud would probably have to be Hall. I don't know if you would call him a stud, but I'm just happy to hear that he played the whole game and he got in there. He looked, pretty good the first half. The second half is whatever. But I'm just glad he played the whole game. And an audible mention stud is, even though he didn't play today, I want to mention him because people have been hating on him in the comics and it's wrong. Fucking Ivan Pace.
Yeah.
F all the haters.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And then
good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you.
All right, we got Jacob T, who has just like been. I think he's in a treehouse. There he is.
No, no, I'm sitting outside. I was doing actually productive stuff instead of watching a bunch of third and fourth stringers that are probably gonna have to learn.
Jacob,
you missed out.
Yeah, I know. I heard old Gregory shanked a field goal, and
he didn't shank it. He fucking kicked it the other way.
Yeah, it was...
Well, hey, I guess he's got to get practice for the Canadian Football League, I guess. So I watched exactly 0 seconds of this game.
Yeah.
It sounds like I made a better investment in my Saturday afternoon than watching it. So I guess could you guys tell me how bad this team's depth is?
Yeah,
offensive line is the worst depth I've probably seen in years.
It's horrible.
Great. I mean, obviously, the thing that I'm afraid of this year is that I'm guessing Brian O'Neill's gonna be ready for week 1, hopefully, because if he's not, well,
gotta be.
This is because I basically wasn't it Skull TYO was talking about how basically this entire offensive line had the backups are just terrible outside of Brandell, and I mean Blake Brandell, as much as he's a fine 6th offensive lineman, but if you're playing Blake Brandell for more than like 3 games in a year, you're gonna have an issue. So I guess I don't know. Also, that good thing that I was able to escape from Matamidai's dungeon, so that's why I'm outside.
You look a little pale.
Unfortunately,
you need the sunlight.
Then, unfortunately, I think Griff Daddy's on his way to kidnap me. So
lucky.
I can't wait till week 1 we finally see Griff Daddy. He only shows up in the regular season, so you be careful.
Buy a whistle.
I guess. Even though I didn't watch a single snap of the game, I'll just go with the winner. That it's this community, because the fact that it's a random ass Saturday afternoon preseason game and there's like 8 of us coming in to chat with you guys. I think that's pretty awesome.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
It's a completely meaningless game against probably the worst team in football this year.
Who beat us?
So hey, that's all I got. I'll see you guys in a couple weeks when hopefully we beat Tampa Bay and Baker Mayfield.
Let's go.
Yes.
Let's go.
Jacob
D. All right, we got Jared. Jared, what's up, buddy?
Hey, what's going on?
Jared.
All right. I would say my stuff for this game, I watched pretty much the whole game. Would probably be on the defensive side, Jay Ward, of course, because he really just exploded off the screen to me.
Hell yeah.
As far as offensive side, I think Jaren Hall really stood out. Like, he showed what he's capable of. Like, he has all the tools. He just needs to improve and get the reps and really develop. As far as the turd, I would say the whole O-line. Like, the depth is just terrible. Like, how do you expect anybody to really shine on the offensive side if you don't have time?
Yeah, no, it's true. Absolutely.
Jared, well done.
Jared, new face. I hope we see you all.
Look at that hair.
Season.
Thank you.
Get your butt on here every damn week, Jared.
Of course. You guys.
Hell yeah.
Good to see you, man. Good to see you. He might rival Aaron Hunt with the best hair.
Yeah, that was impressive. Impressive lock of hair there.
All right. Well, you know what?
I'm surprised all Jaren Hall love today.
Well, you can't disagree. I mean, look at the offensive line in front of him. Look what he's dealing with. A 5th-round quarterback that was like the 15th. I mean, I'm surprised of the love too, but I'm starting to buy into it. It's just like the more they say it, it's like, you know what? This dude was set up just to completely fucking suck. And he had some bad plays, but he did pretty well for what he had, what he's dealing with.
Yeah, but he's not my stud.
Oh, he's not my stud. I'm glad that the BK T-Bass rivalry is still hot and heavy.
Yeah,
that was beautiful. T-Bass obviously is working on a launch.
He's gonna put a probe into Uranus, I think.
Well, we're gonna start with we're gonna end with studs. We're gonna end on a good note. So let's start with turds. Lepagus, who is your turd?
Yeah, it's easy to go with the O-line, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go with the guy I already brought up, his name, CJ Colden, with the horrible couple of just really bad plays. And, you know, at this point, you're trying to make the practice squad if you're a CJ Colden, and you give up basically what was just a chuck it up there by Dave Blau, hoping for the best. Looked like a punt. He couldn't make a play on it. That was a touchdown. Then a pass interference. CJ Colden.
It was gross. BK wants to come back for some reason.
I forgot to
pants
ask
on?
you guys. What'd you say?
Did you put your pants back on?
I have to ask you guys real quick. If you were Kwesi, sorry, would you have taken Trey Lance for that 3rd round pick?
Fuck no.
Would you have taken the Cowboys trade?
It was a 4th rounder.
Way.
I've cooled off on Trey Lance, so I probably wouldn't have.
I would have gave a 6, and that's the most.
Yeah, I agree. I think late round maybe, but I mean the guy's literally shown nothing. It's tough to hand out a 3rd round pick for a guy that's given. I mean, Hall showed more than Lance has, so that's tough,
a lot more balls than Lance has. That's for sure.
All right, but yeah, I just had to ask you guys. I was curious your thoughts on that.
Hell yeah. I'm glad you woke up from your nap, BK. Get up and
I think it's just starting.
All right, so your turd was
CJ Golden, and I'm proud of it.
I'm torn here.
Okay, Natalie.
It's between Thayer Thomas and Greg Joseph, and I don't care if if you're on the team and it's a 54-yarder, I'm not giving him a pass because it was 54 yards. You should make the kick. We've seen Greg Joseph make it.
Well, it needed to be close. It wasn't even. I mean, it was.
Well, he needs to make it. I mean, I expect him to make it, but I'm going to do Thayer Thomas just because it hurts my heart so damn much. I mean, 2 muff punts. When you watch his college tape, it's not his MO. I don't know. I mean, maybe he's got the jitters, and he should. Everybody, I mean, you should have the jitters, but damn, you got to catch that thing. So Thayer Thomas,
jitterbug,
love him, and just confirms that how much we love him. Nobody's off limits when it comes to turds. So Thayer Thomas is my turd.
I think we always call it like we see it for the most part.
All right, who's your stud?
My stud, it's already been mentioned. The guy with the beautiful hair, mentioned him, Jay Ward. Jay Ward played his balls off today. We saw a lot from him. We saw why the Vikings invested a 4th round pick in him today. Some big plays from Jay Ward. And he played a lot, and he did well.
Yeah. Seems like everybody is saying Greg Joseph is their turd. So I guess I messed up. Yeah, Jay Ward did awesome. He played his dick off. I don't anticipate seeing him much in the regular season except for on special teams, but a year from now, maybe 2 years from now, we got one hell of a little player that can play multiple positions and whoop some ass. My stud, I'm doing Luigi Villain. Luigi Villain. He was in there constantly in the backfield, and he should be. Last year, he made the 53 as an undrafted free agent, and this year he's just solidifying the fact that he deserves to be on the 53-man roster. And I think if I'm DJ Wanham right now, I'm pooping in my panties a little bit that Luigi might take my spot. So Luigi better make this team. And I don't know who came on, if it was T-Bass or whatever, but if Booth makes this team and we have to cut a guy, and that means like a Nick Muse or a Luigi Villain or somebody like that doesn't make the team, that is going to hurt like hell because there's guys that deserve to be on this roster. And if a guy like Booth or whoever makes it, it's just going to be like, are you effing kidding me?
And why is it going to be? It's because it's going to be the hubris of the general manager not wanting to make him admit his mistake, investing a 2nd round pick a year ago in a guy like Andrew Booth.
Yeah, but
it is. That's all it is.
Him. I mean, you can't blame. It's going to suck, but to cut a 2nd round pick and just cut ties, we'll see what happens. School 2A is still sticking up for Greg Joseph for some reason.
He didn't see it. He didn't see it. It was disgusting.
There is only one Justin Tucker, but we're Vikings fans, and we need all the confidence we can get in a kicker. So we have higher expectations. So, yeah.
So that is it. The 2023 preseason is over. The Vikings are 0-3, 0 for their last 10, 0 for 6 under KOC. It don't matter though. Things get real now. Things get real. Curious when these cuts are going to start coming in. I wouldn't be surprised if we start hearing shit tomorrow. Watch the trades. I mean, we could definitely trade for some players. Kwesi's going to start cooking, and hopefully he doesn't make a shit omelet.
Yeah, we're going to be doing our projection for the 53-man roster. We got a ton of shit coming up, so be sure if you're watching, hit that sub, hit that like, hit up Underdog Fantasy promo code SKULL. Let's do it.
And everybody when you do that, email us, onebarlupicus@gmail. We'll send out the link for those leagues to get started. It's probably a couple 12-man is what we're thinking. Hoping for at least 2.
Let's do it.
Maybe 7 leagues. We'll see how many we get.
Appreciate everybody hopping on. Remember, we're going pregame and postgame every damn week this year.
Yes, and remember this. According to scientists, men who grow beards easily and earlier in life have been found to be more likely to go bald.
Oh, shit. Bald as shit.